are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports War. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Port. And once again, it is the Barnes and Tony show. Michael and Renee in the vicinity.
That's like American Pie shit.
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great today, man. Beautiful Thursday here. This is my last show of the week, dude.
Oh, off tomorrow?
Tomorrow,
wedding.
Andy's
So
wedding,
what's
dude.
the agenda there?
Wedding's at 2:00.
Let's go.
Oh, agenda for you
and
or for
Riley
me,
too,
dude?
right? Yeah. Wait, so, okay, sorry.
As long as Riley's here, he's okay, dude.
No, I was sitting.
He loves, we're like,
Yeah.
it's like Saturday with Dave.
Right, exactly. But sorry, Tony, just run me down the agenda again.
So wedding at 2:00, gonna wake up, probably like make a little breakfast, gonna go for a nice run, shower, get ready, pack up, and head on out, dude.
And you told me, but where is it again?
It's in Jersey.
Like by Jay? Or
I'm honestly not 100% sure where in New Jersey.
do you know what your commute is?
I'm pretty sure it's northern New Jersey. You're probably gonna have 2 hours.
2 hours. Okay.
Yeah, so nothing crazy, but still, you don't want to get there, get to the hotel, check in, get ready, get some alcohol, start partying a little bit.
And what hotel are you staying at?
Marriott.
Marriott.
Yes.
Okay. Close to the venue?
I mean, it must be. It's like in the blocked rooms, I think. Like,
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm sure shuttles, the normal stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Wow. So you must be jacked up.
Oh yeah, I'm riled.
Jay
dude.
already started drinking or no?
Jay's on his way to Jersey. He's the best man. Rehearsal dinner tonight. Drinking and driving, possibly. Probably not. Though. He doesn't drink and drive. There's one thing Jay doesn't do. It's drink and drive. Jay does a lot of things, dude.
Yeah. But and there's no like rehearsal dinner or anything. Just wedding for everything just on Friday. That's it, and then head back
rehearsal dinner
Saturday.
is tonight.
Oh, but
the wedding party. I'm not in the wedding party.
Oh, I don't know why I was thinking because you were in the bachelor party. Or no?
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, and then just head back Saturday morning type of deal.
Yeah, Saturday morning, and then obviously try to rest and recoup, and then Sunday it's just right back at it.
Yeah,
dude. So let's go.
Yeah, we're getting at it early and often.
Yes, dude.
I would. I'm trying to think. So from Stanford to we're probably like gonna be like in the car at like 6:30 in Stanford.
We're getting there for 8.
Yeah.
So I mean that's
just about between 6 and 6:30.
Yeah, 6:30 the latest we should be leaving.
Yeah,
if we're getting there for 8 o'clock.
Yeah, exactly. But I'll be ready to go.
Oh yeah.
And
dude.
I was thinking about this. I was gonna surprise you, but I don't know. I was just too excited to talk about it. I feel like we definitely got to get some donut delight.
Oh my god.
I'm thinking
dude.
like munchkins, muffins, maybe box of Joe. Like really kind of because you never had it, right?
Never had it, dude.
Yanni will tell you how good it is. Honestly,
He's had it.
Yeah, because remember the delivery is Stanford, but I think we got to do that.
Where exactly it is in Stanford?
There's like 6 locations, but there's one that's right down the street.
Is there one in Monroe?
No, that's Donut Inn, but they changed it to Java Joint.
Okay.
But there's 6 in Stanford, 1 in Norwalk.
Okay, I see. So you didn't it wasn't. I thought it was like you were growing up spot and went there.
No, actually, so John, he they know him there religiously. Like literally, he goes to the.
You're John?
Yes.
Oh wow. Okay.
And he doesn't even need to order. Like he's been there that many
That's
times.
Sick. Yeah.
So I, was just always like, I'm just gonna do my homemade, get my Cumberland Farms. Like I don't really I'm not spending money on coffee. Like there's just no reason. And literally and I had been there before with Matt because he always liked the strawberry croissants. But I didn't really get the coffee too much. Maybe just if I wanted one while we were getting those. And then all of a sudden, I just had the cappuccino and just can't stop getting it. Like almost got it this morning, was very close by, picking up a job right next to Donut Light, but was like, just gonna hit Cumbies on the way. And
nice.
I'm trying to stick to at least just a little more strength, like weekend only, Tony. Like because otherwise, I mean, one cappuccino a day all the week. I mean, that's $20, and then, you keep going and going and going.
All of a sudden, you're at Colony for dinner.
Yeah, exactly. Which
sounds
really good right now.
It does sound really good right now. I haven't had pizza in a little while.
But also, are you? Because what do you think's better for me to get? Assorted donuts or assorted munchkins?
I mean, I don't know, man. For me personally, I'm more of the assorted donut man.
Assorted donuts. Okay.
But I think if you were to ask Renee and Mike, I think they would prefer munchkins. I mean, you can ask them right now.
Yeah.
Like Michael should be listening to the show. He probably should, like
Michael. Renee. He said, there he is. Munchkins or donuts? Assorted.
Sunday morning. What do you got?
Sunday morning. No, assorted.
Yeah,
right,
which ones?
Munchkins or
you can't do munchkins and donuts assorted.
Well, actually, I mean, technically we could do that. But
so you want to do a dozen donuts and like a dozen munchkins?
Usually I guess you could get any quantity of munchkins. Yeah. Do you think we'll eat all that?
Throughout the day?
Well, I guess actually me. So after all these days of,
I mean, I'm talking like I'm gonna have.
Renee's a sweetaholic. She'll eat them all by herself.
Yeah,
like what? And not over exaggerating. Renee, like just the donuts, and she's already this is just in between meals or whatever. And great donuts. Like how many is she having?
Donuts out of 12.
Out of 12, she's gonna have probably 4.
No, donuts. She eat 4 donuts, really?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know she could put those down like that.
She doesn't give a fuck, dude. She'll not have dinner.
Yeah.
With donuts.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think we've all had ice cream for dinner at some point, right?
No, I've never have.
You know what I mean, though.
Tony only has vanilla
Like-
ice cream.
Yeah. What would you say though?
Yeah, dude. I will say, dude, I was at Pickle Bower this morning for breakfast, staring at the freezer section, king size drumstick. Oh,
wow,
dude, it looks so good, dude. They also had this new frozen, it was a Klondike, but it wasn't a Klondike. It was made from Reese's.
No, Klondikes is another thing. Literally, the whole package in one sitting Klondikes.
Really?
No, you can't, or no, you don't like Klondikes. You're saying?
I'm not a big Klondike guy.
Okay, and have you tried all the flavors or no? Have you just tried the original?
I think I've had the cookies and cream Oreo one, right?
Okay.
They've had that, and then I think there's Snickers too, right?
With the Reese's, Tony. I mean, I know you like Reese's,
I
right?
love
or no?
Reese's.
Okay.
I have the Reese's one, but that's what I'm saying. I think Reese's makes their own little bar now, dude.
Oh yeah.
That was those.
Because you like the Reese's Blizzard, right?
Oh yeah, it's my go-to.
Okay,
dude.
so I'm telling you, I think give the Reese's Klondike a try. I honestly think you'd really like it.
Next time I see it, I'll give it a try, dude.
But yeah, that's always. But what I was actually going to ask you before is because I feel like I'm guessing if you had to pick one dessert, it's the homemade cheesecake
for my mother. One dessert. We're talking every dessert
is what
out
I'm
there.
saying. I mean, that's what comes to mind.
Past
or no?
ice cream, past
everything. Wow. Is the cheesecake number 1 or no?
I mean, it's tough. I would say that I'm probably mostly choosing cheesesteak.
And I guess what I was getting at, so I guess take ice cream out of it, just from pastry type of stuff, donuts, pastry, muffin, that type of thing. What would you Danishes? What would you say is your favorite out of that group?
Pastries.
Yeah, so donuts, muffins, Danishes.
Oh, it's so tough, dude. That is really tough, dude. There's Sfriadellas are so good.
Really? That's number 1.
Hammer Sfriadellas.
And cannoli's grouped with this too, though.
Yeah, cannolis. I'm not a huge cannoli guy.
Really?
Not
what about
huge.
Eclair?
Chocolate eclair?
Yeah,
those are really good. I love the cream and dude, it's tough.
And then
the cream, they've got the cheese filling for the Sfriadelle, dude. It's so
cheese. Maybe I haven't had that. I was thinking those are just those light, fluffy things with the powdered sugar, but I guess
no, that's a cream puff.
So what's a Sfriadelle?
A Sfriadelle is like a flaky triangle type of pastry.
Okay,
and inside is a regatta cheese filling.
But also though, what about the Napoleon?
Oh, dude, I mean, it's tough, dude.
You like the Napoleon? Okay, yeah. No, because also I think, and I'm guessing you're gonna say it's not the proper name, but those are also they call them lobster tails.
Lobster tails are something different.
Similar shape and look, though. I don't know. The filling must be different.
It's flaky, different filling. Normally whipped cream on top, and it's normally shaped like a lobster tail too.
Yeah.
But these are just to die. You get them fresh, hot.
So over the Napoleon, though.
Yeah, I think so.
Wow. So that's our number 1 pastry. That's what we've decided.
I think so. There's a bakery on Staten Island called Alfonso's, and they make mini Sfriadelles.
Oh, okay.
They're small enough to pop in your mouth. And talk about just housing 15 of them. You're it's out of control, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Usually, like,
it's-
you have a cup of coffee too, like on the side. It's just a
yeah.
cappuccino.
Yeah.
dude.
I would say, yeah, for me,
Yeah. What do you got? Dude?
I would have to go. It's a dead heat between Napoleon and cannolis.
Wow, Napoleon's so good. Dude.
It like
Napoleon's
ridiculous, like
so
a good
dude.
quality one from a
Yes.
bakery. Like,
I mean, it's so like light and airy. You can
yeah. But then, but when you overdo it with that stuff, it's so beat. Like, because especially Mohegan, it's the worst because you have the Pepe's Pizza. Then you get like they have Carlos's Bakery right there that
really?
has all that stuff. So the combination of the Pepe's Pizza with that, I mean, and then the drinking, I mean, that's a lot to like process.
Do they have like what's that donut place they have? Do they have Country Donuts? Not Country Donuts.
Country Donuts.
Krispy Kreme.
Oh yes, yeah.
Krispy
You know
Kreme.
what it is? When we would always go to Myrtle Beach, like before Krispy Kreme ever came to the Northeast, we would always get Krispy Kreme. So I feel like, I think like a hot Krispy Kreme is good, but I feel like I've had it so many times where it's like I'm not, it's good. But yeah, and I also think it's not
Overdone it.
it's not that crazy, but warmed up it is like
So
pretty.
good,
like
dude.
that's kind of like I don't really need it like not warmed up, honestly. Like fresh off the thing because it used to be the lights on, like come in to give you a free one. That's how it used to be.
Really?
Like even in Milford, yeah.
Holy shit!
Like our lights on, we're making,
come. They don't do that anymore, dude. They don't do
no.
really?
Well,
They-
I mean,
like the free
also
donut?
we're not by any like. I don't think the Mohegan one ever did it, but it was in Milford. But they, that one went out of business a while ago. So there's not really a brick and mortar outside of the casinos around here, right?
No.
As far as you know,
Yeah, no.
Michael would know, right? No,
Michael
no
would know.
Krispy Kremes.
Frequented the
Milford was the
casinos.
only one, right? Yeah.
It was overrated.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, no, but like I said, the warm one.
Yeah, but it's like,
Yeah.
people,
Plus, everything we're just talking about, Tony, that stuff is so much better. The cannolis,
no,
the
that's what
Napoleon, the
That's why
eclairs.
it's so fat.
Yeah.
It should have been a pop-up shop.
Yeah. And I honestly think, like, I almost would rather have a good muffin over a donut.
Wow, really?
What would you say?
I don't know. I think they're too different for me, dude. I would have to be in the mood for one or the other. I mean,
I got
muffins
you.
are great. I mean, donut I feel like is a good grab and go.
Yeah.
A muffin I kind of need to like stop and like I can't eat that on the go, especially like because I want to eat the bottom. If I want to rip it, I want to take
butter
pieces
or
out.
no
Ooh.
butter.
If it's no, I don't need butter with it. Chocolate chip, don't need anything.
Do you like it toasted though?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
definitely,
but
definitely.
nothing on it, huh? Toasted with nothing on it.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that kind of
I mean,
goes with.
it's a chocolate chip muffin. Like, what more do you need?
I don't know, but for some
Brian?
reason, it like no, I know I could have it without the butter, but for
Yeah,
some
yeah.
reason it just kind of adds it, and then you kind of get like that sweet and salty type of thing. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
the
no, I see.
butter, and then you know,
Next time I'll try it with butter,
yeah.
toasted butter.
So yeah, while we were kind of going food fantasies here, we've had a lot of comments, so we might as well catch up on those.
Oh my god, yes.
Appreciate
ton of
everybody with us
comments,
right
dude.
now, though.
Yeah.
Shout out to the
Hanging with
company.
us, dude.
Can't wait to see all you guys on
Dude,
Sunday.
Sunday's gonna be hyped. Speaking of the company, we have Josh B first in line this morning. Good morning, awesome people. 3 days away from the tailgate. Hashtag rep the company. Hashtag rep DTV. Hashtag rep the sports port now too. Let's go.
Let's go.
The Yankees suck more than the Mets. The Mets are greater than, but they both still suck. Kev Du making that point. Player position, we want to smoke. Tailgate 3 days away, baby. That's tres.
Yes.
Hashtag rep the company. Hashtag rep DTV. Hashtag sports port. Kev Du says, "What's up, Mike, Tony, Brian, and
What up?
Renee?"
What up? What up? No.
Yeah, no, I love that, dude. What up? What up? What up? What up, Mike? Josh B, the company press, says you're going to
Gotta
Kev's
keep him on his
area,
toes.
Jersey, dude. I know. Maybe maybe Kev can come crash the wedding. Who knows, dude? Teodora Healy comes in with the oh my god. She says OMG, and then she also says not healthy.
I think we were aware of that.
Yes,
obviously.
I mean, I'm sure
And
I'm not eating muffins for my health, unfortunately.
But
dude.
yeah, and it's like, but how are you like, especially complimentary, Tony? Like, are you always taking that stuff if it's right in front of you?
Like for free, if it's
Yeah.
free.
Like, no matter what.
I mean, yeah, I guess this sort of depends on what else is free. But if that's like, if I'm walking into a shop and they're like, take this free munchkin.
Yeah. Fresh from the bakery.
I'm taking
like
it,
you'll
dude.
even if
Yeah.
it was like you're just that day, you're like, no, go to the gym. You don't even care. You
Yeah, it's
just,
just just
I'll
it's
work
free.
it off on the
Does
run.
not happen every day,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah, you
Yeah.
have to.
Yeah.
Seize the day. Carpe diem.
There you go. There you go.
Carpe donuts. Danny V says Reese's ice cream bar is pure crack.
Absolutely, Danny V.
Lonnie's saying, let's go. Good morning, dudes. Happy Thursday. Hashtag TNF tonight. Let's go Giants. A couple days away from the tailgate. He says banana nut muffins are fucking delicious. And he goes, yes, I know, Tony. Allergic. Hashtag rep the company.
Yanni. And that
Yanni,
he's
dude.
referring to the banana nut muffin from
Yanni.
Donut Delight.
Oh, really?
And
Specifically.
pistachio was the calling card. Me and John were talking about this last night. Within the last year, they just got rid of it. I would guess production costs. Do you like pistachios just in general, Tony, or no?
Oh, I love pistachios.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you, this was literally like the banana nut muffin, like does it solid, but this was literally the best muffin of all time. Pistachio muffin.
Honestly, I think I can confidently say I've never had a pistachio muffin.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, there's not.
I don't even know where to get one.
Like, I don't think you can get one at Dunkin'. I haven't checked Donut in.
I don't think so. Donut is blueberry, corn.
I honestly, John, like they know his order and stuff. I was telling him yesterday, I'm like, I know you could talk to them, put in a good word, see what the deal is, and get that thing back, right? He was thinking maybe it's seasonal, but I don't think pistachios are seasonal.
I don't know.
Because, like a pumpkin something would be seasonal.
That's like fall, whatever.
Right, or a summer thing, but pistachios aren't either of those. So.
Yeah. Wow, dude. Let's keep on with the comments here. Alani saying Snickers ice cream bar is head crack too.
Yes.
You ever have the Twix ice cream bar?
Yes. All of those.
That
Twix,
is sick,
Snickers,
dude, yeah.
Reese's, bars, ice cream.
Like, how do you not? Yeah. Lonnie saying Country Donuts, Krispy Kreme, big difference in the name.
Yeah,
there,
is there like
Tony?
something on the islands? That's I noticed I didn't say in the islands.
Well, there's
that's
Country Donuts
in Staten Island.
Yeah, on. Oh, you had it.
What's the
And then
deal
you
there?
lost
Like
it, dude.
local? Are there a couple locations, family owned? Like, what do we got?
Honestly, I don't know. I never thought they were. I assumed they were a chain. To be honest,
Really?
I mean,
Okay.
I
But you've
forget.
been to one location.
Yeah, I've been there a handful of times. Country Donuts. There you go, Richmond Avenue. Yeah, I get maybe
One
it is.
location.
One location.
What's this? Sue?
Who owns Country Donuts? We
Aunt
are a
Emily?
local, family-owned and operated donut shop. Let's go, dude.
But maybe they have two locations.
Yeah, they do have two locations
gotcha,
on the
gotcha,
island.
gotcha.
'Cause
I think Donut Inn
Yep,
is
Amboy
family
Road.
owned as well.
Amboy Road, Richmond Ave. Great streets, by the way. If you've ever been to Amboy Road or Richmond Ave.
Yeah.
Main road, it's the main roads, dude.
A
A lot of fun stuff there. Lonnie says Mike with the Rocket Power shirt. Fire.
Hang loose, Uncle Tito.
Yeah. Kev, do you want to know what town is the wedding in? Basking Ridge. Basking Ridge, I believe is the name of the town. Lonnie, dude, a little scud. Stop acting like you know everything. I mean, banana muffins. Period. He says banana butt muffins, by the way. Lonnie knows those banana butt muffins. Long as it tastes good, of course, he says.
And the thing is, Lonnie, the only reason I said that is because I don't know, because I know you might have came after we started talking about it, but we were talking about Donut Delight. So I thought you said that because that's what you used to got at Donut Delight, but my mistake.
Kev Do also says that's closer to Josh, dude.
Closer to
Baskin Ridge.
Josh.
Yeah, dude.
Boy, like I just feel like I'm just fired up, hungry, all the above, Tony, no?
Oh yeah, dude.
And Josh B clarifying here, West Jersey, and Lonnie also meant to say banana nut, not banana butt.
Figured.
And I feel like you were in the middle of saying what you got and then something happened, but what did you get from the pickle barrel this morning?
Sausage, egg, and cheese, hash brown, hot sauce.
On what?
Or just a roll.
Just a regular
Yeah,
roll. You
yeah.
never go croissant or no?
It's actually funny you mentioned that because when I walked in there, they just pulled a fresh tray out of the oven. Croissants looked really good. And I was like, wow, maybe next time
Yeah.
try the croissant. But sometimes it just gets sometimes it doesn't hold together well, you know?
But if it does though, it's so like the real buttery one that's just like
So
falling
good,
apart,
dude.
like so good.
Next time I'm getting croissant.
Another scud here or no?
You two are always hungry. I wonder why with the, I guess, blowing.
I mean, we
smoke.
don't have our shades on like Jay, Lonnie. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. Like, yeah, what are you trying to say, dude?
Yeah,
Like, What
exactly.
do you mean?
Exactly.
Blowing smoke, dude?
Um
You're blowing smoke.
But wow. I feel like that was quite like the have you ever felt like 20 minutes just flew by just like that? Like as quick as that just did?
I guess for 20 minutes, honestly, yeah, that was really quick.
Like I feel like it's just food mode, like just excited, like just can't.
Yeah.
Like, just can't help it. You know?
I mean, dude, this is what happens, you know?
Yeah.
Especially when you're, trying to not eat that sort of stuff.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, exactly. And then you're waiting on your cucumbers and hummus for your dessert of the day, Tony. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what you got for lunch? Did you eat that whole thing, by the way, yesterday?
I'm not kidding. That was gone in 2.5 minutes.
Really?
Yeah. But then I told you later after the gym, hadn't eaten anything since.
Yeah,
and
faint yourself.
or throw up, but luckily neither happened. But anyway, Tony, let's go now to the world of the National Football League.
He wants Jefferson, climbs the ladder. Oh my goodness! Justin Jefferson, the catch of his life.
Burrow fires, intercepted, picked off at a pick six. Minka Fitzpatrick, an absolute ball hawk.
Niners twist up front and get to Tagovailoa. Bosa again. Mahomes escaping on the move, stops, spins, flips it forward for the touchdown.
Stop it.
Aaron Jones. Oh, what a tackle! Quincy Williams with a pile driver.
All right. And a couple more comments here. Lonnie's saying, duh, I see the coffee bean. Number 2. And yes, it is number 2. We typically, start with the homemade cold brew. And then usually, honestly, what I've been doing just to kind of like while I'm, on the highway or whatever, just go right to Cumberland Farms, get the second coffee, put it in the fridge, have it ready to go for the sports port. So yeah, that's typically what we do. We try to just keep it to the 2 extra large coffees. Occasionally there'll be a third, but then sometimes like there'll be a correlation with that later on, not getting to sleep right away. So we try to stay with 2, but I have to say, like, if I wasn't concerned about being like like too caffeinated, I think I would have probably 5 coffees a day, honestly.
Wow.
Because like, don't you just
Really?
and it also is great though, because you were talking about this the other day when you were holding off. Is like, if you're hungry, it is great to like help with that. Or no?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like, yeah. I mean, coffee will. I mean, I feel like drinking anything almost will help with.
But
hunger,
coffee
dude.
more than anything. Water,
Yeah,
doesn't really do
caffeine.
anything.
Sometimes water really does for me, dude. Especially if I'm drinking a lot of it.
Yeah,
They say cigarettes really curbs your hunger.
that's not happening.
By the way, Lonnie says New York football is so bad. Not one highlight in that clip. Well, Lonnie, I believe. I think Quincy Williams is at the end of that video. So,
Or no,
Quinnen?
Jordan Whitehead,
Jordan
the guy with the
Whitehead.
3 picks in the first game.
Yes,
He made the
dude.
tackle there. Quincy might be in the picture as well, but he was the one making the
yeah.
play.
So they play for the Jets.
Lonnie's saying extra large, and I would just saying extra large just because my Yeti's 32 ounces. I think this is 32 ounces. Technically, it's a large, but I know coffee wise, 32 ounces. Oh, but also, I mean, I do fill it up to the top with ice. So, what do you think that takes out? 6 ounces? Tony?
I would think more, honestly, dude.
8?
Probably close to 8. Yeah. Denny V, you guys want a box of Joe from Dunkin' Sunday? ?
Donut Delight.
Donut Delight. We're on it.
We are
we're
on
gonna
it.
Box
We're
of Joe,
ahead of
dude.
it.
Yeah. Appreciate it, though.
Yeah. And
Josh B says cigarettes do not curb your hunger. Look at me, he says.
dude. I don't know. Weren't we
dude.
talking? I feel like weren't me, you, and Jay talking about this with the cigs, and I was saying like, what are you guys doing or no? Were we talking about that?
Oh,
Like,
I don't remember.
I thought we were saying like, oh, if you're drinking, like it's nice or something. Like, weren't you guys saying that or no?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I just I don't know. Like, you don't think like the taste is just terrible?
I think sometimes it tastes good.
Really?
Yeah.
But is it like if you were sober, would you not think that?
There are times where I'm sober, or even when I am drunk and I don't want one. There are times, where I think it's kind of nasty,
Yeah.
like the taste of it.
Yeah.
But I don't know, sometimes it's nice to drunk cigarette.
Yeah. Like it almost like makes me want to yak, Tony. Just
Really?
thinking about
Spam?
it. Yeah. Like give me spam definitely over a cig, 100%.
Oh God, dude, that's but see that I would not do. You'd rather eat a whole thing of spam than smoke a cigarette.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Ugh. I don't know. Anyway, Tony, what I was gonna get to here. Well, first, like, obviously today's Thursday Night Football. We got our game in Santa Clara between the New York Giants and the San Francisco 49ers. But what I was going to ask you is, since you are going to be, on assignment tomorrow, are you gonna like text the picks, or like how are we gonna do that for our head to head?
Yeah. I'll come up with some picks and I'll send them in,
Like,
dude.
because I'm trying to think,
Yeah.
you'll be en route when we start tomorrow, or no?
Definitely.
So you'll have us on, maybe
Yeah.
a call in potentially.
Oh yeah, I can do a call from the car.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll put my picks in then.
yeah,
Let's do it.
dope. Okay, so just wanted to clarify that.
Santa Clara.
And Danny's saying yuck to spam, lol, not the spam.
Aha, yuck to spam. Josh be nothing, not the spam.
But
I can't believe that, dude. What are we on? Thursday Night Football? Giants and 49ers? What do we got? Previewing? Let's go.
I mean, are we not?
We are. Let's go, baby.
I just wanted to make sure, Tony.
Yeah, just when you're texting your buddy.
No.
Yeah, dude,
That's not
your new friend.
That's not what I was doing. Oh, Yanni. Sorry. This is one of those times.
Dude, are you feel like really hungry right now, dude?
Completely ripping it. Yeah, actually, I would say I'm feeling really hungry.
Yeah, I bet, dude.
But yeah, so when you look at this game, Tony, and I know the NFL is the king of looking at something face value. You think you know what's going to happen, and it just doesn't. But this game, the Niners at home here, 10.5-point favorites. We saw just last week the New York Giants, down 20-0 at halftime to the Arizona Cardinals, arguably the worst team in football. They make the comeback, they win the game. But going into this game, they're going to miss Barkley, they're going to miss Ojulari, they're going to miss Andrew Thomas and Ben Brereton. So, coupled with the fact, I think, they going into the year, you looked at them as a around 500 team, and then they're on the road, short week, missing key guys. I mean, especially Saquon Barkley. I mean, you could argue he's like the most important guy on the team. I don't see how this one doesn't get out of hand. What is the answer? Like, how can the Giants keep this close?
I mean, I feel like they just have to hope. They have to hope to God the Niners have a shit game.
Yeah.
At that point, dude, and maybe Daniel Jones can protect the ball enough and stay mobile enough. I feel like Giants offensive line is it's going to be offensive. It's like I feel like Niners will be all over them. Hopefully Jones can stay mobile, and it's just getting the ball out quick. Because you're not going to be running it that much. It's going to be Jones probably leading the team in rushing yards, and then just quick passes all the time, dude. Just like quick checkdowns, maybe send a few, receivers deep to open up some guy maybe over the middle.
Yeah. Yeah.
And just kind of hope for the best there, dude.
Right? I'm kind of curious what Yanni thinks. I mean, he's the in-house, resident Giants fan.
Yeah. Lonnie can, obviously feel free to call it if you want.
Yeah.
Lonnie, I'll give you, a 5-minute spot, dude.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, we would really like it, honestly, Lonnie. If you were,
maybe?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like he could spare a couple minutes. No, but then he's gonna yell at me for speaking for him. You know what I mean? I feel like that's a common theme. Like, I can't assume anything that Lonnie says.
Never assume anything, dude.
No. And it's tough too, because we saw last season, with these Thursday night football games, them be really the worst package when we compared all the standalone primetime games. And you saw Al Michaels regularly complaining, with Kirk Herbstreit about the quality of the play. And I don't know if you remember specifically, I think it was the Colts game where there was like 6 or 7 turnovers, and Al Michaels literally goes, sometimes football can be so bad it's good. You know what I mean? And then he just literally just goes straight, no.
We have a caller, by the way. Lonnie, you're live on the Sports Board.
Yanni.
Good morning. Let's go. Shout out to the company. How we doing?
Let's go,
Good,
Lonnie.
dude.
What's
How are
going
you?
on, bro?
I'm good. I'm coming through clear. Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, I think this is the clearest line we've ever had with Lonnie.
So far
honestly.
so good, dude.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well,
Yanni.
Giants, the offensive line obviously needs to do what they have to do. Obviously, we're missing a couple of key pieces. But the pieces that's in, I know they just tried out Pew, I believe, but I don't know. Whoever's stepping up needs to step up, do what they got to do, block up. We got Bosa on the other side that's going to be looking for blood.
That's for sure.
Daniel Jones, obviously, they're going to have to move the pocket for him probably, keep him on the move. You know, Breida and I think Gray's going to have to do what they do. Hopefully we could get at least, I'm going to say 100 plus yards on the ground. Maybe more than that if Daniel Jones does his thing. But he also has to protect himself. And the main key to me to keep the game close, obviously, is our defense that hasn't done absolutely nothing. If you look at the stats, haven't got a sack, they haven't got an interception. So you know we gotta definitely gotta play. We gotta play big on that side of the ball, honestly, to keep the game close. That's what's really gonna keep the game close. Because obviously San Francisco, they've been putting up 30 points a game so far. So Brock Purdy looks like he never had the injury. And we definitely got to get to him, you know, even though we're missing players on that side of the ball too, like Ojolari, who's always injured. Dude is never healthy, but KT, he has to step up especially after his latest comments.
I was gonna ask you, you know, there's been a lot of controversy about that. I don't think he had a tackle last week. Like, what's the deal with Thibodeau?
I don't know, man. The dude needs to stop talking and actually hit somebody. That's wearing an opposing jersey, obviously. But yeah, I mean, Dexter Lawrence, everybody, Williams, they all need to do their thing, and that's gonna take the pressure off our young DBs and stuff like that. But other than that, you know, I don't really know. You know, they just got to play big on defense. That's the main thing, I think. And obviously, I think the offense has to freaking play football for 4 quarters and not 1 half.
Yeah, that's true. You know, against the Niners, I mean, you can't be off your game for any amount of time. It's gonna get ugly quick.
And this is gonna be, to me, I think, obviously the coaching matchup, Daboll versus Kyle, should be interesting. So we'll see how that goes.
And do you think to have a chance to win this game, like the Giants have to kind of really make it a defensive battle? Or, do you think that they're capable of on the road here, putting up 28 or more?
28 or more, like I said, as they playing offense for 4 quarters, yeah, that's possible. But like I said, the defense is the main key. That's the main call. They gotta play better on defense, period. Like, they had Josh Dobbs out there looking like a bald Michael Vick. Like, what are we doing?
And I was really surprised too, because I feel like, Martindale last year got a lot of praise and really had a good unit. And he's always run really good defensive units. Like, what do you think the reason for the poor defense is over the first 2 games?
Young players not doing what they need to do, pretty much. Because I think the play calling is still there, obviously. It's just they not hitting home. They're not getting home. As you can see, they impression somewhat, but they're not hitting there. Yeah, I mean, at 1 or 2 seconds, you're too late. So, and that's putting a lot of pressure on our young DBs and our safeties and stuff like that. So we got to get home faster. We get home faster, that's going to take the pressure off them. We might cause an interception or something like that. Who knows? We need a fumble. We need something. It's going to cause, like I said, tonight is going to be, I feel like it's going to come down to the defense. If the offense is good, that's great, obviously. But we got to worry about that offensive line. So if their defense is kicking our butt, we need to do the same thing to their offense with our defense. That's pretty much what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. And I mean, this is really, and it seems like every team we're talking about just happens to have like this type of schedule. But, you have to win some of these games where, maybe you're not necessarily expected to win, because you look at the upcoming schedule, obviously 1-1 right now. Next couple of games, Seahawks, at Dolphins, at Bills, home to Commanders. So, those are some tough tests. And I think we've seen with teams too that maybe, end up having a worse season than what they were expected to. A lot of it goes back to getting off to a poor start. And I just think, beating a team, like the Niners that you're not supposed to, that completely can change the course of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just like last year, we beat a couple teams we wasn't supposed to beat. And mainstay being that first game, like I said, the coach going for it, going to the defense, saying, we're going to do this and that when they was playing Tennessee. And then winning that game was, I felt like that was the spark to the whole season. So, hopefully the second half in Arizona was the spark to the season, because obviously that Cowboys game was literally like the perfect storm or a wash, whatever you want to call it, because it was just horrible. And, us coming out the gate and not putting up no points for 6 quarters is gross. So, I said we got to play better. We got to take that second half and bottle it up offensively and defensively, I guess you want to put it that way. Carry that in San Fran and throughout the season. And like I just, I believe the coaching is the best we've had in years. But we just gotta, have some faith in that as Giant fans.
Yeah. Speaking of hopefully playing a little bit to higher standards, Josh B asked if they do win tonight, what are your expectations for the rest of the season? Are you thinking they kind of keep getting better every game, make it playoffs, or what do you think?
They win tonight, they gotta beat Seattle, you would assume or hope so.
Mm-hmm.
Especially that would be great, beating 2 teams in that one division or whatever. So yeah, I mean, I try not to get too far ahead of myself with the expectations and stuff like that. I just try to say, all right, game by game, they got to get better, obviously, especially now because they came out the gate horrible. So game by game.
And because they came out horrible and had that big second half last week, do you feel optimistic about tonight, or is it one of those things where like you feel like just every single thing has to go right for them to have a chance to win?
No, I'm optimistic. I don't know. Everything doesn't have to go right for you to win. You just gotta play. You gotta, there's always the keys, obviously, to the game. You gotta hit your keys and you gotta do a little bit more. It's always about doing a little bit more. Like I said, on defense, you gotta do a little bit more. When you hit Purdy, make sure he feels you. When you hit the receivers, make sure they feel you. I mean, stuff like that. When you're on offense, make sure you play it safe. Get out of bounds if you have to. Don't take those hits, things like that. And our running backs obviously is going to be a major part tonight. So, that's what I'm a little worried about, because besides Saquon, you don't really see anybody else, and Breida and all them guys. Breida's okay, but he's not. He's no Saquon. So,
yeah, that is a big difference, and like kind of what I was saying though, I do think if somehow they could pull it out tonight, I think it just going into those tough 3 games in a row, it completely changes everything, completely changes the feel of the season and vice versa. And I know, of course, let's say it is a bad game. I mean, they can say, they have guys out, but Saquon's going to be out for a couple games here when you're playing really tough opponents. So I just think, if they get dismantled, embarrassed tonight, I mean, it really could set up for a tough rest of the year. This is a really important game, and I know it's only week 3, but I really think it's going to set up the trajectory for the rest of the season.
Yeah, it can. Either, but that's where coaching comes into it. Like, you see how they got smacked up the first game. They ain't do nothing in the first half for the second game, and then clearly something was said in the locker room, and they came out firing all cylinders. And then clearly, obviously, Arizona's tanking, but still, like you said, yeah, tonight can play definitely a big part in the trajectory towards the whole season. But even if they lose, and if they lose bad, it's all that's where coaching comes into play. Like, what I mean? So we got to see. I don't think they're gonna lose terrible, but it's possible, seeing how they have a lot of players out in San Fran is no joke.
Yeah, it just seems like everything points to it. The guys being out on the road, short week, and specifically your number one offensive weapon.
And even, quarterback matchup, like coaching matchup, defensive matchup, like
Yeah, it's
It's
tough.
an uphill battle.
Yeah,
For sure for the Giants. tonight.
But I really hope it's a close, entertaining game. Because like we were just talking about last year, we had a lot of these clunkers. But I do think, just really, I think for them, what's going to make the difference here is coaching, because we saw Dable do a great job of that last year. So that's I think the only thing to make this competitive is him just being on his A game, learning from the second half, from last week and going forward from there. So we'll have to see what happens. While we have you in the phone line, I was just thinking about we were talking about it before, and you were commenting about the muffins, the banana nut muffins and stuff. So what was your go-to from Donut Delight back in the day?
I used to get the bow tie.
Bow tie. Wow.
That's a good call.
Definitely a great call.
Because most Dunkin' Donuts don't be having that. And then when I used to go out there, I seen they had it. Like the first time I went in there, I was like, oh, y'all still got bow ties? And I was like, yeah, I think I got like 2 that day.
Yeah.
And,
Wow.
No, their pastries are so good. And I feel like too, Dunkin' Donuts, like I feel like literally the only time I'm having Dunkin' Donuts if it's like what we were talking about before, just like free out on the table.
Yeah.
Like and ever I'm like, oh, I really want to get Dunkin' Donuts.
Honestly, nowadays I'm not even if it's like they're open or they're most convenient for me to go to.
You just want to avoid it.
I would rather not have coffee.
Yeah.
Because it's
now
disgusting.
you know what? There's no Donut Delights out here, so
Yeah.
So you do Dunkin' a lot?
that's why when I used to, I mean not no more, but when I used to go to Connecticut or whatever, I used to have Donut Delight because it was different. I was like, oh, let me try this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Stanford having all of those.
I think one time I had got like the croissant, like bacon, egg, and cheese or whatever.
Nice.
That honestly is a good move. Honestly, croissants, like you really and it's crazy too because they have the plain croissants, but then the almond croissant. Have you ever had one of those? Tony?
Never.
No, like the almond filling in the croissant.
Really?
Like, because do you like an almond filling? Like how you would have like the almond cookies with that like filling.
Yeah.
Like amazing. Honestly,
That sounds crazy, dude.
Yeah. The almonds.
The almonds.
Never even knew they had that.
Yeah, no, it's so for you, Lonnie, with like your coffee, pastry stuff, do you have a local spot there or are you just going to Dunkin'?
Nah, I usually just go to Dunkin' or whatever. Like that's where I get my coffee usually.
Or whatever.
Yeah. No. You know what it kind of reminds me of, Tony? I don't know if you would agree, but I guess maybe you wouldn't because I feel like you said you like Stop and Shop or no?
The store Stop and Shop? Yeah, I do.
Okay. Yeah, like for me, it's like I feel like I compare that to Dunkin' just because it's like maybe it's just like an aesthetics thing, but just going there for me, just
where do you go do your grocery shopping?
Well, I haven't recently, but obviously just start Costco. Just had a big order.
Costco every time, like
no, probably Trader Joe's.
Bulk.
Yeah. Costco, the chicken, the shrimp, but Trader Joe's basically, and then if they don't have something, then I would go to Stop and Shop. But
do the Costco's here have alcohol?
So the one in Norwalk doesn't.
Drinking, Tony.
Yeah, Lonnie, we were actually talking this before for the tailgate. Like, what's going to be the drink of choice for you?
Well, you guys could bring whatever you guys want. I'm pretty sure you got to talk to Kev about that.
Oh no, we are. I'm just saying you personally. I was just curious, like just a random question.
I told you I'm not really I don't indulge in the devil's juice that much. Not no more. I used to, but whatever's around, I guess I'll have some of that. I'll probably stick to beer if I can find some Miller High Lifes.
The champagne of beer.
Yeah, dude. Maybe that's what we'll bring in the glass bottles. Renee loves those.
Back in the day, did they used to have? Because in Connecticut, they always used to have. It was like 2 for $20, 18 packs of Miller High Lifes.
Yeah, they used to have that out here. I can't I don't be seeing them that much no more. So, but yeah, I mean,
2
Miller
for
High
$20.
Yes,
18 packs.
Yeah, and Busch Light used to do that too.
2 18 packs for $20.
Yes.
yeah.
But this is 13 years ago. I mean, that's a long time ago.
At Rite Aid, you will find that.
Yeah.
Well, that's sick, dude.
I feel like I can't remember the last time I had it, but we were big on Busch Light for a while. I don't know.
Yeah, Busch.
But now that's part of Bud Light.
Yeah.
Everybody's tight.
Everybody's tight, dude.
But Lonnie, I know like you're saying like you used to be back in the day, not anymore. But I feel like for the tailgate, you're not getting sauced up, no? Like the
Nah, man, I gotta be on my P's and Q's, man.
Yeah, you're gonna get a nice interview.
I'm
Probably, dude.
gonna be nice, but I ain't gonna be, you know.
Yeah, and I feel like you're very smooth. Like even if you have who is it? Bernie saying he's bringing the Jack Daniels.
Oh wow.
Oh boy.
So I mean, I'm sure
boy.
he comes to you with a couple of shots. I mean, I'm sure you're not going to turn it down, right?
No, never.
Yeah, like I'm gonna be nice. I ain't gonna be out there. Crazy,
Yeah. No, I feel you. Oh yeah. I know you've told us this before, but just one more time, what's the deal with like because he comments like Danny V, but then you call him Bernie. What's the deal with that?
Bernie is Bernie. He looks exactly like Bernie Williams. That's why we call him Bernie.
But his real name is Danny.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe he didn't tell us that. I don't remember him.
I don't recall that story at all.
I don't think so.
I probably didn't think that exactly that, but I always say, yeah, that's Bernie. That's Bernie.
Oh, okay.
We call Bernie. Like the first time I met him, I was like, yo. He sent me a picture, and I was like, yo, man, you look just like Bernie Williams. He was like, yeah, I get that. And then I seen him, I was like, nah, like OD, bro.
That's funny.
You look exactly. You really do look like Bernie. And then like Rick and Dave said it too. Like they was like, yeah, that's Bernie Williams.
No, that's good stuff. Honestly, Bernie was really one of the best. Honestly, back in the day.
51, he was that guy.
Because it's like, I think he was underappreciated. He's not part of the core four. And then, I mean, maybe whatever his defense, like towards the end of his career was like lacking, but the fact that he was a switch hitter hitting 300 and hitting 20 to 30 home runs, like he was setting the tone, middle of the lineup every time.
Listen, I love Bernie Williams. That was definitely one of my favorite Yankees. So
yeah,
I never say anything bad about that, man.
Yeah. No, he was. Did you? I know, obviously, you were watching the Mets back in the day, Tony. But any Bernie like memories? You remember him being like growing up, like seeing highlights?
I definitely remember seeing highlights of him just being a consistently great hitter. Like often.
Yeah. And really, I mean, geez, I mean, he was our like. I guess Jorge was a switch hitter too, but I feel like Bernie was our last like really, really good switch hitter because Jorge was good, but his average was inconsistent. But Bernie was always hitting around 300 till the end.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah, and then so what's the deal for the tailgate? Who from ESPN New York is going to be there other than I know Rick and Dave? Like who else, Lonnie?
Larry Gordon. Larry Gordon.
Dan's gonna be there.
Dan and
Dan. I think Dan said he's gonna try to swing by. I'm not, what's it? I think Don is gonna.
Don's gonna be there. What about Michael? No, he's tight.
No, obviously Michael's not gonna be there. Obviously. I think Peter's not.
Wait, why is it obvious that Michael's not gonna be there?
Michael don't come to these things, man. Come on.
No, but I feel like Tony too. I feel like it would be good. I think we need to get you interviewing Larry, and then if Dan ends up coming, I think we have to do that because I think it'll change the perception, right, Lonnie?
Attention, Tony.
Yeah, you're gonna meet Larry. You're gonna be like, I know it too. I can see you being like, oh, like he's such a nice guy.
Oh,
like,
I'm sure I will. I'm sure they are very nice people.
OG Larry is one of the he is literally the nicest man at the station. Like it was one. So the event in Long Island that Rick was at, it was the TMKS event, but it was near Rick's town or whatever. So he popped up or whatever. So Larry was there with his wife, and I had went into the section or whatever, and I had met Larry like maybe twice before this. And then, I'm walking by, I said, hi to him. But he like literally stood up from the table, from his wife, stood up, came to me, shook my hand, spoke to me and all of that. He didn't have to do that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was just like, yo, that's crazy. Like that really, I don't know, like that really, I don't know, that did something to me. That I was like, wow, like, he really recognized me enough to like get up from the table from his wife. Like,
Yeah, it's very nice.
he could have just gave me like a regular hand wave or whatever. But like, he got up, shook my hand, was talking to me for a couple seconds, and then that was it. But like, Larry is one of the nicest. He's a great guy. Like, that's why I'd be like, yeah, you gotta chill out with the,
Well, I never say he's not a nice guy. I'm sure he's a very nice guy. I'm never said he wasn't.
But like I said, and Double B said he was listening to Larry and Gordon last night. So.
Yeah, on my way home.
That's nice.
So yeah, always a solid show they have there. And then Lonnie sent me his call into Dan talking about the Jets game. That was a solid one too. And it's nice with Dan, like he really I don't know, I didn't see like the time step on that, Lonnie, but he let you go for a little bit there, like a little back and forth as well. I know he knows you well, obviously, but
yeah. I mean, when you when you make when you're a constant caller, when I don't want to say constant, but when you're like a caller that
consistent.
They know or whatever, they tend to consistent. They get they tend to give you some time, especially when you make a good point or whatever. And Dan is just one of those people. He likes to go back and forth with his callers and stuff like that. So yeah, and I'll always call in the Dan show with some banter. That's why I hit him with the Ace Ventura or whatever. Once I heard his show cracked, I said, "Oh God, here we go." And Ace Ventura immediately popped into my head when I heard that.
Brian loves Ace Ventura.
Brian don't even watch movies. I was talking to him about that last 20. Yo, this man never watched Pulp Fiction. I was like, yo, you know what New Jack City is? He was like, New Jack, huh? I was like, oh,
New Jack, what?
Like, I'm like, bro, like that means you probably never seen Boys in the Hood. Like,
no,
these are all movies. These are all movies. Like, even things like the Little Rugrats. I mean, the Little Rascals or the Little Giants. All those movies, bro. Like, those all have meaning to it. Like the Sandlot. So you never seen the Sandlot?
So I guess I have, but I would it would be torture to have to watch that.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Babe Ruth, dude?
It's just not like, I don't know. Besides that, I don't like watching movies over again. I don't like I guess like everyone else just has this like nostalgia about like movies that they watch when they're younger, but I don't like seeing a movie more than once. And especially if it's like geared for, when you're, I don't know, 13, 14 years old, like watching it now, I don't know. I can't get into it and want to watch it.
Those movies are so good, B. You grow up and then it's like those movies take you back being a kid.
Yeah, but he never liked them in the first place, Lonnie.
He never liked them in the first place. And also, like I said, I don't really like to rewatch movies.
You are such a loser.
Josh B, by the way, says Alan Hahn will be
Michael
there.
and Alan Hahn. We need to do that.
LIU, University of Bridgeport, the basketball dude.
Well, yeah, he was trying to get Bart to swing by, but I don't think Bart is going to be able to.
It'd be dope to see Bart. I love what they at the beach bash. They gave Michael a couple sentences come off stage. That was dope. To have a camera in your face coming off stage and just give you like two good sentences right there, 2 good bites, dude.
Yeah, no, that'll be.
They were great for the vlog, and I'd love to honestly interview them like more in depth.
Oh yeah, 100%,
dude.
And this is exactly why I was telling you guys you need to make it to this event, because you got people like that you can. Do your interviews and all of that with and stuff like that. So that's why I'm glad that you guys are actually going to make it. So this is what I was just like, yo, I felt like this is a great opportunity for y'all coming off the beach bash. You get to talk to Don again. You get to talk to Dave and Rick again. Now you get to talk to Alan. Well, did y'all get to talk to Alan the first time?
Mike got a hot couple sentences from him off stage, but we didn't do like a formal interview.
And I feel like Alan, oh no, go ahead.
I would be acting like he ain't got no time for some people. You know what I mean? I had to when I got the video of him, but I felt like I had to run down on him for that. He was like, I gotta get out of here.
Yeah,
like, man, where you go? The train is right here. Relax.
You should say that to him. Actually,
I did say that to him. Listen, you gotta be saying this stuff to people, man. Listen, I was like, Alan, where you going? The train is like 4 or 5 blocks away. Relax. I know you got kids and all that, but come on, man. Sometimes you gotta we come here for you, so you gotta actually, you know what I mean, chill out, take some pictures, blase blah, rub elbows with the people. You know what I mean?
Blase.
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying
They're gonna
there.
have time for that, because like I said, the last time we did this, because it was for we did it for Dave or whatever. They was in our thing the whole time anyway. So like the ESPN thing was right there, but like Dave, Rick, Don, Peter, Larry, Gordon, Allen, all of them was in our tailgate. So yeah, I mean, you're gonna be good.
Hell
yeah, can't wait. And I was trying to think too. I feel like it's funny how we got the shout out on Rick and Dave originally, for like, and I feel like they're gonna I feel like find it interesting, like the connection like with us and the the company and Lonnie and stuff. Like it's pretty cool.
Yeah, dude, it's gonna be dope.
Like I said, this is exactly why I was trying to tell y'all to come. Like, I vibe out with you guys. I got mad love for y'all. So like that's why I was like, yo, I want y'all to come so that way, y'all could get y'all interviews and stuff like that. I know that, I love Rick and Dave too. So I was like, the fact that they're gonna be there, y'all get to spend more time with them, see how they are. Because y'all always say, Michael always says, it's cool that they, that they portray the people that they are on radio. So I want y'all to see more of that. So like that's why I was like, yo, and the fact that, like I said, I know y'all do the interviews and stuff like that. So get for that.
Can't wait for that, and then meet the rest of the company that we haven't met before. That's gonna be great too. Do we have a head count?
I think it's about, including y'all, it's probably gonna be like 20 of us.
That's a solid group, yeah.
Yeah, yo, listen, man, it's gonna be a bacchanal, man.
Yeah, no, definitely looking forward to it. And what were we gonna say?
I was gonna say, let me let y'all get back to your show, but what you was about to ask me.
And I was just gonna ask you on the way out, Lonnie, if you could, final score prediction for tonight's game.
Ooh.
Oh my God, I hate you.
What do we got, by the way? San Francisco is giving minus 10.5, over under set at 44 there, Lonnie.
23-20. Let's go Giants.
Hey, just hitting the under too.
Just hitting the under. Giants easily covering the plus 10.5.
You hear that? People at home, bet the mortgage.
That is
Don't do that. Don't do that.
But as always, Lonnie, great to hear from you. Can't wait for the tailgate on Sunday, and obviously we'll talk to you before then. But thanks for calling in.
All right, man. You already know. Shout out to the company. Shout out DTV. Shout out Sportsport. And see you guys in 3 days.
Hell yeah,
let's go,
brother.
Bro. We'll talk to you soon.
Peace,
Lonnie from the company. Josh B, a couple more here.
Oh yeah, he's tight, dude. What? Sorry, Double B. The Sinlock is a classic. Capital CL, most certainly in all caps, rewatchable.
And I'm not saying you agree with me, Tony, but I think for me too, besides the fact that it's tough enough for me to like a movie as it is, I think the reason why I don't like rewatching, and why I like sports so much is, and I know I'm sure if Lonnie was on the line, he'd say, well, we do know what's going to happen. But like, for instance, like watching the Yankee game, like, it happens live. Like, I don't know what's going to happen. So going into something, knowing exactly what's going to happen, I can't focus. Fuck out of here. I can't focus on that.
Makes sense, dude.
But you were never like that, Tony? Like, especially if you really like overdid it watching something a lot?
I mean, yeah, there's movies where I overdid it, but I mean, I feel like I can always, after some time, go back to the movie.
What's like the time period? Like, let's say, you really like a movie, you watched it. Like, what are the intervals after that? Like, you got to go at least a year or not that long?
Oh, no. I mean, let's say I watch a movie once, and I really like it, I mean, I might be able to watch it again within a week. But
then after that, I mean, you got to be taking a long time off, no?
I think it kind of depends on the movie. I mean, there are certain movies I can watch. Like, there are certain movies where anytime I see them, like, I'm putting it on at least for a little bit to catch some of it. Like Pulp Fiction is one of them, and Glorious Bastards is another one. Ferris Bueller's Day Off, another one where I can always watch. Dude, Where's My Car? Always watch. American Pie, always can put that on, dude.
Yeah,
that's
some American Pie.
So it's some American Pie shit right there, dude.
Robert Parker says, yes, we can't wait to meet you guys. Can't wait to meet you guys either. Going to be a legendary morning with the 20+ that we have at the tailgate, plus all the ESPN personalities. And really, we have to do a feature with Tony and Larry. That's going to be a good one.
Yeah, I guess so.
Like-
I'll do some research on Larry too. We'll figure out where he's from and stuff.
Like for some reason, that stands out to me even more than you and Dan. I just feel like you
Really?
and Larry, just because of the way you say it. I guess I think it's just funny, like the way you pronounce his name.
Yeah, Larry, dude. Larry Hardesty. Is there like a Wikipedia on him or something? Larry Bird.
We've seen like we've pulled up the images before just to see, but there's not like too much out there. I
Hey,
don't think.
bio, please.
Is it a bite?
Twitter? No, this is his Twitter, dude. LinkedIn. Come on, doesn't ESPN have like a bio? All right, here we go. Larry Hardesty. 98.7 ESPN, New York, co-host. We know it. Weeknights, 10 p.m. to midnight. Oh, he graduated from CUNY. Which CUNY, dude? Am I wrong? Where he is in the CCNY Communications Hall of Fame. Born in North Carolina, dude.
There you go.
He's married and has lived all over the New York metropolitan area. That much of a freaking bio, courtesy of ESPN.
Well, that's why we're gonna find out on Sunday, Tony.
I guess so, dude.
What I was gonna ask you though, so we kind of talked about our feelings on this game. Are we going either side of this? I with the the 10.5, the Giants and the Niners. As I was kind of alluding to, I can't back the Giants here. I think it's gonna be an ugly one. But I don't know if you're tempted by the plus 10.5.
To take
the picks,
to take the Giants cover, 10.5 points,
or is it just a wash? Like you agree with me, blow up?
10.5 points is a lot, Brian.
Right, but 2 offensive linemen, top offensive weapon, pass rusher.
Seems like a trap, dude. Don't you think?
But then sometimes it's like not. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's like and I hate to do this, but it's kind of like the Jets going into this game against the Patriots.
Stop it. It's totally different.
Because of Zach.
It's different.
I wish it was different.
Yeah, I get. Are we going heads up for this one?
No, I'm saying it's up to you if you want to. I'm saying I just can't back the Giants. Like I'm taking the Niners to destroy the Giants. Like I just.
All right, so I'll take the Giants.
You want
spread.
the 10.5?
Yeah,
okay.
10.5, dude. Let's do it.
All right. So I'll mark that down on the
It's
picks.
fucking crunch time, boys. Okay, I gotta make up some games.
And then Yanni says, "Thanks for taking my call, guys."
Always
and of course,
appreciate it,
Yanni, one of the best that there is out there.
Mhm.
But let's go now to the world of Major League Baseball.
It's deep to left. It's 700. Albert Pujols.
Yeah, what a play! Stop it, Tony. Yep. And Alonso cracks one. The Mets win the ball game. Out of sight.
And it works at 100 miles an hour. 14 strikeout.
Too deep to left field. There it goes. See ya.
All right. So another day of the doldrums on the diamond last night for the Yankees. Embarrassed by the Blue Jays here,
Aaron
6-1.
Boone, dude, what a fucking loser.
Boone
dude.
getting tossed.
In Mystic,
almost-
right? Mystic Village there? You've been in Mystic Village, right?
That's where Boone was last night, dude.
I guess.
Okay.
But yeah, I guess he's only 2 away from either passing or tying Girardi for Yankee manager career ejections.
Really?
or
I think he has
something.
33 career ejections. Aaron.
Okay. And me and Lonnie were talking about it last night. I think he's embarrassing. And we were
Seventh
talking
this year, I believe they said.
we were talking about Joe Torre and just how much of a more professional manager and effective manager he was. Like I was comparing him and Mariano, kind of like the silent assassins. Like didn't need to speak much, but their presence was felt. And I think Boone is just a clown show at this point. It just doesn't make any sense. And at this point in the season, you haven't been hitting for a long time. I think I could be wrong, Tony, but I think in terms of like runs per game, they're last in the league since the All-Star break. Like it literally is that bad. So yeah, for Boone to do that on another lifeless offensive night, I'm not about it. So and kind of similar to yesterday. Really, not much to speak of the game other than the fact that Michael King, Tony,
unbelievable,
7
dude.
innings, 1 earned run, 13 strikeouts. First time, I don't know, ever or definitely, obviously, since he returned to the rotation, going over 100 pitches. So you just feel really good about that, just thinking ahead here for next season. King, like I said, the ERA under 2 since he's been a starter. So the fact that you could pencil him in, conceivably as your 3-4. I mean, obviously you're expecting Cole at the top, Rodon 2, and then it's either King or Nestor. But obviously, maybe Nestor easing back from the shoulder issues that plagued him this season. Maybe you slot him 4, King 3rd. I mean, I think that's a pretty good rotation. Anybody that's actually calling in, Tony, or is this the realtor?
Robbie Parker. Dude.
Oh, Robert Parker. Let's go.
Let's see. All right, you are live on the Sports Report. What do you want to talk about?
Hey, it's HTJ from the company, Hot Take Johnny. How's it going?
Yo,
how's it going, man?
Good. I want to talk about the Giants tonight.
All right. What do we got for the G-Men?
So I think their best bet to win this is they got to keep Daniel Jones upright. They have to. I think I know they're probably not going to do it, but I think their best bet is to at least start in the game is to go with an extra lineman as a tight end. Just line them up with 6 linemen and the 2 tight ends on top of that, Waller and Bellinger, and got to keep Danny Dimes upright. They have to do that because it'll get out of control quick. Too fast.
Yeah, no, the protection is key, especially when you're out 2, starting offensive linemen. So you go double tights and it just get. But do you think that even still, we know the Niners defense here, that's still going to be a tough assignment? Like I just kind of think, especially passing the ball. I mean, you really got to be quick. I don't think like you're going to be able to be taking shots down the field. I think you want to kind of get that intermediate passing game going.
Yeah, but that's where. So with the idea, the extra lineman allows them to run the ball a little bit, and that's where you get play action. And Danny Dimes is a good play action quarterback, and they got speed with Waller as tight end, but with it, Campbell, they have some speed. So I think if they can keep Danny upright, and then also his ability to run the RPOs and just run himself, I think they get some shots. But like medium underneath. And Danny makes really good decisions. Look at the last year and this year. He's very accurate, and B, he makes decisions with the ball, and not just in who to throw it to, but he's not one of those quarterbacks that sits in the pocket too long and waits, and then lineman, although he doesn't have a lot of time to throw the ball. It is, but the times he does, he's not someone holding on the ball too long in the pocket and then taking sacks that way. He makes quick decisions on who to throw to, and if not, he gets out of the pocket quick and gets what he can. And with his speed, usually he's not just getting one to field. He a lot of times gets the first down. So, they got to do everything they can to protect him, even if it means less people in the routes and only 2 or 3 guys going out. Maybe not 2, but 3. 3 people in a route. Try to make his quick decision underneath stuff. Every once in a while, taking the deep shot. But you got to keep him up and give him time. And I think if they can do that, at least keep it maybe close. And I think I heard this morning. They're averaging, I think it's like 4.9 more points per game in the second half. The coaching staff makes good adjustments. So if they can keep it close in the first half, just relatively close, play a better second half. And not that I think they're going to win, but that's the formula, I would guess.
Yeah. And then obviously too, defense being very important, and we know all the weapons that the Niners have on their offense, especially with Ojulari out. I mean, we were talking about it with Lonnie before. I mean, I think this is the game where Thibodeau really needs to establish himself.
Oh, Ojulari's out. Has he been in? I mean. Yeah, I mean, you want to know it. I mean, like, does it really matter? Or, I forgot to say that earlier. But yeah, I mean, Thibodeau's got to step up. I mean, he did play his best game last year on Monday night against Washington, and with his talking with the media this week, maybe maybe comes out. But then again, I mean, if they line him up against Trent Williams,
how's he
Thibodeau could be as good as he is, but Williams is so good. So maybe, I don't know. It's good. He can play his best game, and it just still may not. He may actually play a good game, but end up showing up with nothing on the stat sheet again this week because Trent Williams just. I mean, you would say he's the best tackle in football, right? I mean.
Yeah. And what I was kind of getting at is, I mean, I think, you're talking about what they're going to do on offense. I mean, I think what they do on defense is equally important because the defense has not been good. Obviously, we saw what happened in Dallas, and then second half adjustments last week. But I think the way they're going to have a chance in this game, you really got to limit the Niners. I mean, I think to 20 points at the most. I don't think the Giants can put up 31,
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't think so either. The strength of his defense really too is the tackles, is Dexter Lawrence and Leonard Williams, and they have to get pressure with those guys. And when you can get pressure up the middle defensively, that just throws off any quarterback. I mean, you look at Brady, Brady, Rodgers, any of the greats. When you get pressure in their face, that really disrupts them a lot more than the edge. Because with the edge, they can step up. If they do have a pocket, they can step up into that and still make that throw. When you get it up the middle, now you're starting to get guys running left and right, and it's a little harder to throw accurately on the run. So I think it's key for Dexter Lawrence, who just signed out the big contract, to really have a big game. And Leonard Williams, who's just really not been – it's been not there. I'm going to say not there, but he hasn't been productive at all. Last year after he got hurt, and so far this year. So they need them. The cornerback, Trey Hawkins, played really well last week. Banks to play well. I mean, that's Deebo Samuel and Ayuk as receivers. That's a hard matchup. And then, of course, you got McCaffrey out of the backfield.
Kittle,
and
too.
The Giants linebacking core. Yeah, I mean, Kittle. I mean,
yeah,
he's probably the best I would say the best all-around tight end in football between blocking and receiving.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, and I've always thought, too, I mean, he could have a lot better numbers, but he's surrounded by so much talent, he can't get the ball as much as he should, and they rely on him as a blocker.
Yeah, I mean, back before Deebo Samuel really, before they got him, and Kittle used to just dominate games. I mean, absolutely dominate games.
Yeah, definitely a complete tight end.
Yeah, even if you take out Samuel and then Ayuk, Kittle could destroy you. And so, the Giants defense has to step up. It's this defense has to play better. They did in the second half. I know it's Arizona, but they did play better. It's got to be some pride too. I mean, even if it's not a win and they keep it close, it's got to be some pride with this team. If you can't see how the first two games went, or the first game and then first half of the second game, and you can't have some pride and want to come out and show you're better than that for an entire game, I don't know. I mean, if you can't have some pride and keep it close, at least, and have, I won't say a moral victory, but sometimes, you play well, you don't win. Not every time you play well, you win, but if they can play well, can build on second half of last week, play well this week, and then head against Seattle next week. I mean, Seattle's a winnable game. So, they need to come out and at least have a good showing.
We were saying too, I mean, this is really a swing game in the season with Seattle coming up at Dolphins, at Bills. I mean, you get shellacked tonight. I don't know how well that's going to set up for you. So they really need to have a competitive football game tonight.
Yeah. Would you be taking the Giants at 10.5 points? Just curious.
Plus 10.5. If your dime was on it?
To keep,
of course. It's like
it's a tough one. That's a tough one. I'm going to say, and see, I was talking with someone yesterday. It's hard for me to bet on team I root for, because there's bias in that. I mean, I want to think they're going to come out with pride. And Danny Dimes he's been playing, played really well. I don't blame the first game on him. I mean, what quarterback, when you have that much pressure, is going to look good? But I think Daboll is a good coach. But then you see them come out so flat. You wonder, is that just this team?
Yeah,
just a team that just doesn't respond. So. This early in the season, I'm going to say no. They'll keep it. I'll take the Giants as far as the 10.5 go. I don't think they're going to win, but I mean, if they could, if they could find a way to win, maybe short week, maybe San Francisco comes out and just plays sloppy. You see, it's every once in a while a team comes out and they just turn it over.
Yeah,
just sloppy football.
Right.
And if that happens somehow, and God forbid Giants happen to win this game and they go in next week to be looking at 3-1 versus after how they played to start the season, it would be a real big boost to them, but it's tough. This is a tough one.
Last question for you here. If you had to give a
Sure.
score prediction, what do we got?
Oh boy, you're gonna do that to me?
Lonnie had a tough time with it too.
I mean, I've always liked you guys, and then you're gonna do that to me? Come on, that really makes me. Oh God, I'll say 24-17 49ers. Giants keep it within the 10.5 there. Giants get a couple. Danny Dimes played well. I think you're going to see Hyatt. Hyatt on the field a little bit more. His explosiveness, Waller, and I think the backup running backs. I mean, I don't think it's going to be that bad. You see in the NFL, the drop off in production these days from the star back to your backups. I mean, Breed is not a bad back. I think he runs more north to south than Saquon does. Mm-hmm. So I think you'll see less negative runs, or not so. He's not looking to bounce it outside. He's looking to get going and get forward and get the yards he can. So On the side note, real quick, I'm looking to meet you guys on Sunday.
I can't wait.
So. Yes. Last year was a blast. I'm sure Lonnie told you all about it. We had all the guys in the tent. We had the Giants game going.
Let's go,
we had,
baby.
as much as we could. Yeah, and we had a great time. Every company outing is fantastic. Every time I leave them, I'm wanting more of them. And we know it's gonna be a great time with you guys. It'd be great to finally be able to meet you guys face to face and have a great time.
Yeah, absolutely. Can't wait. And we appreciate you calling in, and we'll see you on Sunday.
See you Sunday. Have a good one, guys.
All right, you too. And that is Hot Take Johnny. So that was a great call, and we always love hearing from our listeners, the company. You guys are the best. A couple more comments here.
Yes, Josh, I did have Hot Take Robbie up there.
Switched it. Yeah.
It's Hot Take Johnny. He says, but yes, his name is Rob.
Same thing as the Bernie Danny
thing. So basically Sunday I'll be Brian and then you can be Tony.
Right.
And then we can just do that.
But I mean, I guess you've never really had a nickname, but I guess technically I feel like I'm really the only one. If you think about it in the whole group, right? I mean, right?
Barnes.
Yeah.
I mean, technically Tony is a nickname.
But like if somebody asks if you're introducing yourself, I don't know. I feel like you usually say Tony, no?
Hit or miss, honestly. It could be either or. Depending on how I feel that day.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Lonnie says most members do have nicknames who are truly around. Lonnie's nickname? Yanni?
Yanni?
I don't know. I never heard him referred to by his nickname.
Yeah. Yeah, that actually is a good question. And I guess Josh B is Prez, Lonnie Chair.
Oh, the Chair. Yeah,
there we go. I mean, even though those are positions as well, but they are technically nicknames.
Yes.
Chairman. Yep.
You can call me the producer on Sunday.
Yeah. So before HTJ had called in, was talking about the Yankees by game. We're excited about Michael King. Wells hit his first home run as well. So good to see that. But they'll have to, try to stay afloat tonight. To stay above 500 and get a win. We'll see. But yeah, this is really, now we're actually at the point, and I'm sure Lonnie and Josh are riled.
Yeah.
What were you saying? Are you just saying?
No, this is the point. Lonnie's riled.
No. I'm saying where it's like, I'm not, I can't even watch it.
You're tossing in the hat?
Oh, I mean, the hat. I mean, once we lost really the Pittsburgh game, that was really it because we had to win most of the games. We didn't. So just all about the guys doing well and, the young guys and on to next season, of course. So that's really all I got. Like I said, they'll try to win tonight. Cole on the Hill versus Berrios. So I think that gives you a good time. I know Tony is riled to talk about the Mets for a sec here.
Yeah, dude. I'm surprised. I'm surprised you weren't you were more hyped about Michael King, honestly, dude.
Yeah,
it's struck out the most Blue Jay batters.
No, like I said, I am. But it's like, what are we gonna do for our offense?
I know.
I need to see that. And I mean,
your bullpen kind of blew it too.
Yeah, Canley's washed.
Who was that other guy you brought in? Hamilton?
Yeah, Ian Hamilton. He'll be good, though. He just had a bad outing.
Austin Wells, the first dinger, right?
Yeah.
That was nice.
So, yeah, I'm excited about him, but it's tough to watch really here.
Stanton,
the rest of the season.
His average is like sub 200
189
now, right? Oh my god, dude. You getting rid of him? You got it, right? I mean, dude,
we all want to, but like we think that Hal doesn't want to eat the money, So
that's terrible. Robert Parker, thanks for taking my call.
Thanks for calling in, bro.
Guys, appreciate any time, dude. You know where we are when we are. But yeah, dude, Mets Marlins last night. The Mets beat them 8-3. I think they're giving up for a series against the Phillies.
Yeah, Phillies in Philadelphia tonight on Fox.
On Fox. Pretty hyped about that. But just kind of going through this game last night, you could die Senga on the mound. Who again pitched really well. Nothing crazy in terms of strikeouts, only 3 Ks, but 6 innings, 7 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, 100 pitches. I mean, I just feel like his last probably 5 or 6 starts, it's just been consistently like 6 innings, 2 earned runs, if not better than that. So I mean, his ERA is now to 2.96. Your bullpen for the most part kept it clean. But yeah, dude, absolutely great game. Jeff McNeil had a phenomenal throw from right field, I think in around the 5th inning, that I wanted to show the highlight from, because I feel like, quite literally, I feel like all season I've never seen this from a Mets outfielder, dude. Like, it's pretty crazy. I want to say, oh yeah, look at that throw, dude, which is really nice, because I'm going to get to why this is good. But so this is a hit. Oh, mute here. I know Barnes can't hear Cohen here.
Thank you.
But McNeil running onto it, dude. Great throw off the one hop.
Yeah, that's a great throw.
I mean, that literally, I don't think I've seen that from an outfielder on the Mets. Alvarez hype, dude.
Let alone an infielder playing outfielder.
I know, dude. I mean, I think he's really been kind of honing in his game here in right field, which is great, because Ronnie Mauricio last night playing second base was great. First ever multi-home run game. He had 2 dingers last night. Like I said, first ever multi-home run game in the majors. Coming in hot here. Finally, they brought up Mauricio playing second base, looking so good. I think he had a nice, a couple of good catches, turned a couple double plays, working very well with Lindor in that middle infield. So you'll love to see that for kind of the future there. On top of that, Brett Beatty had an absolute monster home run for his first appearance in the lineup. I believe in a week it's been for Brett Beatty. We know about his inconsistencies. But let's see, Beatty's home run was 440 feet to right field. It literally upper deck, dude. Absolutely. And it was like one of those, where it was an inside pitch. It kind of jacked him up, but he just hit it and then just carried it and pulled it. It was really a great swing there. Love to see that from him. Nimmo had his 24th home run last night, which you love to see that too. So you have 4 home runs from the Mets lineup last night. And I think Alonso got his 114th RBI. Yeah, 114th RBI. So that was great, dude. Obviously offensive explosion by the Mets there. Good pitching by Senga, solid work from the bullpen. And of course, Miami had some defensive woes for sure that the Mets were taking advantage of. But it was a great win, dude. It was nice to see, the Mets get a win in, a dramatic, fun fashion, watching the kids do well. And Alvarez cheering people on seemingly in good spirits too. That was good, dude. So,
let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go, right?
Let's go, dude. Let's go. Phillies, let's go. Fuck.
Yeah. So, and with the picks last night, you gained some ground. Went 1-2. You went 3-0. So 51-46. Deadline looming.
Wow.
And I'm guessing
Parker, though,
I'm guessing he's rallied for McNeil and is a Mets fan.
Hyped for McNeil. I know. I didn't know he was a
You don't
Mets
usually
fan.
see Mets and Giants.
2 throws back to back. The throw before that, he says, was even better. It really is. I mean, a breath of fresh air for a Mets outfielder to be making good throws, dude. It's great, especially for McNeil too. So.
Yeah, and then as we've been doing here, Tony, the quick 3 for me here. Gonna try it one more time. The Yankees, Cole, Cy Young winner. We'll go with that. So hopefully they get some offense tonight. Maybe a 4-1 win. I mean, we'll see, but I think Cole can do something similar to what Michael King did last night. And hopefully the Yankees hit the Jays pitching better than they hit Kevin Gausman last night, who also had double-digit strikeouts. Jose Barrios has recovered after a terrible year last year. So I'm going to go Yankees, and then I'm going to go Pirates over the Cubs. Cubs have been struggling, collapsing here just when it seemed like they were on the verge of making the playoffs. Maybe Cody Bellinger heading out of town. So I think the Pirates get it done tonight, and then last pick going with the Cards.
Wow,
been a tough season for them, but it's just one of those things that you don't expect to happen. happen all the time. Mikolas has gotten hammered. Miley's had good numbers. But that's next thing you know it, you see Nolan Arenado hitting 3 home runs, and I think that's what happens.
Absolutely, dude. All right, so my quick 3 here. A quick pick 3. David Peterson on the mound for the Mets. Give me the Mets here against Ranger Suarez. Peterson, I mean, he's fighting for any type of role, I think, on the Mets roster next season. So he's got that dog in him. His last few starts have been pretty solid. Tight dog here, dude. Pitching well against Minnesota, Cincinnati, against the Phillies. Let's freaking go. Keep the offense going. Why not? Mets win this game. I'll say 6-2. And then on top of that, Dodgers over Giants seems kind of nice, but I'm gonna actually kind of a short slate here.
Yeah,
don't have a lot here. Braves have been on an absolute losing streak, by the way, recently. But I say, literally, like dropping 4 of the last 5 games. I believe getting swept by Miami, dropping 2 out of 3 against Philly. The World Series. They still will, because no one really cares about them. And I think it starts tonight here against Washington. Just coming off of a 13-3 win against Chicago. I think they had someone hit a grand slam last night on Washington. But I just think Max Fried, Atlanta, bounced back. So give me Atlanta here, winning this game 5-2. And then I guess for my third pick here, Orioles over Cleveland. Why not? I took the Royals over Cleveland last night. Worked out well for me. Zach Greinke, thank you. Baltimore here against an undecided pitcher there, by the way, for Cleveland. I think it's going to be one that could get ugly quick for Baltimore. Seems like these two teams have been going kind of back and forth this season so far, but high-scoring games. So give me the Orioles. I'll say 10-6.
All right.
And then I'm going to show this clip of McNeil with the throw before, because I know, Hot Take Johnny is going to be pretty riled to see it. You can see Jorge Soler, by the way, crank one past Lindor. Oh, wait, sorry. No. Next one. Here we go. Yeah, I think it's Jazz Chisholm, perhaps. It is. The reach by McNeil, the spin throw, cut off by Ronnie, and then the out. Throwing Jazz out, too, kind of makes me a little happy.
Yeah.
And look at that, dude. The quite reach off the bounce. What a beautiful spin and throw. Mauricio on it. Lindor on it. Jazz not on it, dude.
Let's go.
Out.
Let's go.
Thank you very much, baby.
So we'll see if they stick with McNeil long term in the outfield. That's for sure.
I think they will, dude.
Time will tell. Right?
Mauricio at second base. I feel like it's got to be a lock.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. As long as he keeps up the defense and the hitting recovers.
Yes. And I don't think they're gonna deal McNeil. There's no way.
You don't think, but we never know. We don't know what this offseason has in store.
Yeah.
But wow. Once again, a great show here.
So quick, a whirlwind.
We really appreciate the calls, the comments, the likes, the subscriptions. Shout out to the company, of course. Can't wait for Sunday. And of course, all of us here at Tony want to wish you a great time at the wedding tomorrow.
Yes.
I think you're gonna make sure you enjoy yourself, the drinking. And then Saturday recovery before we tune up again for
the
Sunday.
Drinking on Sunday.
Exactly.
Sunday's gonna be crazy, dude. We're doing for the vlog. We're doing like counting our drinks.
Yeah.
Yes, we are doing that, dude.
Exactly. So that's gonna be legendary stuff. And we encourage everybody to check out all the archives on the YouTube page, Tony, Michael, Renee, and Costume, merch, downtimetv.com. Want everybody to enjoy the day, enjoy the games. Let's go Yankees.
Let's go Mets, baby.
And we will see you mañana.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.